Hi, I'm Jill from JillsHomeRemedies.com, and I invite you to join me on this beautiful mild winter day as I make some homemade cough syrup. And what I'm going to do, I sliced 2 large onions, and I'm going to place them in a pot and cover them with raw honey. Now, onions are a great expectorant. They're going to cut up phlegm, help discharge it, and the raw honey is great, just for good health, and I brought an extra one just because I was afraid that might not be enough. But you want to completely cover the onions like that. And what the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of licorice. I just love herbs. I love to look at herbs. It's just so neat to me to use my own herbs and my own concoctions and mix it together. There's licorice root, and here is wild cherry bark. And this, I've never harvested wild cherry bark myself, but I believe that you peel back the bark on the cherry and you scrape the inside of it, is what I believe you do. So this is pieces of wild cherry bark. I'm going to put that in there. And wild cherry bark and licorice root are both great herbs to help, along with the onion, to break up the phlegm and discharge it. It'll help quiet a cough. And I'm going to stir this when I get inside. And I don't have a double boiler, so I'm going to put this pan inside another pan, and I'm going to simmer it very, very slow on low heat, very low heat, until the onions turn a clear color. And then you'll know that it's done. And then I use one of my husband's old cotton white t-shirts and strain it into a bowl, and squeeze all of the juice out that you can, and to get all of the good properties out of the cough syrup. And then you can store it in a jar for about 3 months in the refrigerator, is what I do. Is what the rule for just a honey syrup is. 3 months in the refrigerator is how long it's good for. And you can do a teaspoon for children and a tablespoon for adults. And you can give the dose every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, depending on how bad the cough is, but it will really help. And if you let it slowly trickle down your throat as you take it, it will really help quiet that cough, do its work, and not allow a bunch of phlegm and stuff to gather up and cause more problems, turn into pneumonia, things like that. So this is homemade cough syrup. It's very easy, very inexpensive. It doesn't have questionable ingredients like the cough syrups at the store do, so I encourage you to make your own.